Why don't you lead us off here, Craig, with some Big 12 basketball power rankings for the final time?
All right, let's cement the bottom. Get it? Cement the bottom. They're there, and they're going to stay.
Blocks on their feet, yeah.
K-State, going to bring up the bottom. Arizona State, Utah, Baylor, Oklahoma State, Colorado, Cincinnati, West Virginia, TCU, BYU, UCF, Iowa State, dropping down to 5, Kansas at 4, Texas Tech at 2, Houston at 3, Houston at 2, and Arizona at 1. And I will tell you, 2 could be 2A and 2B, and UCF and BYU could be interchanged. But I just you're gonna
like mine.
Really?
Yeah. Hold on. All right. Utah, Kansas State, Oklahoma State, Colorado, the bottom 4. Arizona State, Baylor, Cincinnati, West Virginia, the next 4, which I think pretty similar.
Mm-hmm.
All right. At either 8 or 7, TCU.
Okay.
At either 7 or 6, UCF. At either 6 or 8, BYU.
Okay.
Because I couldn't figure it out.
Yeah.
Those 3, it's pretty much what you just said.
Yeah, I agree with you.
So I think BYU could actually be behind both of those teams.
Yeah.
I think
they
BYU could also be ahead of both of those teams.
Yeah, they haven't responded well.
I'll go Kansas at 5, Iowa State 4, Texas Tech 2, Houston 2, Arizona 1.
Yeah.
So I got Texas Tech and Houston tied. They split. I think they both have good wins. I think they both have some losses where you just kind of scratch your head. Houston probably has a couple of better losses, but that's mine. So Arizona, Houston, Texas Tech, Iowa State, I think will be the final double buys. And that would also line you up with Houston in your second game of a Big 12 tournament if you get there.
I think Iowa State has been exposed.
Yeah.
I think they've got some weaknesses. They don't have a very good bench. They don't shoot the ball well. And when they don't win. And some teams, when you don't shoot it well, you find other ways to win. But that being said, I still don't know about Kansas. I don't know which Kansas team is going to show up.
I would 100% put Kansas in front of Iowa State if the last head-to-head of those two teams wasn't just what it was.
Yeah.
I mean, 18 points.
Yeah.
And the losses from Iowa State, like on the road at BYU, at home, they beat Houston, and then at home against Texas Tech and on the road against Arizona. Like those 3 losses lately, even the on the road to TCU, you've still beaten Kansas and Houston in the last 6. You're 3-3 over the last 6. 3-4 in the last 7. So I think it's true, right? That they maybe have been exposed a little bit, but also they had an easy first half of the schedule and they had a tough second half of the schedule, and that's what we said at the midway point.
Yep. And they lose at Arizona, they lose at Tech, or they lose to Tech. They lose at BYU, and they lose at TCU. So they've lost 4 out of their last 8, and they're all good.
4 of their last 7.
Yeah, and they're all good teams. I mean, so
4-4 over their last 8.
I don't know. Maybe we gave them too much credit at the beginning. I should say we.
I mean,
maybe I did. I don't know.
Think so. They did lose to Kansas and Cincinnati early, but their non-conference, they beat Purdue bad.
Yeah, they beat St. John's.
They beat St. John's. They beat Mississippi State.
They beat Iowa.
Speaking of Mississippi State, Lucas, would you like to give your power rankings?
Oh boy. Okay. I know you guys have
That was just a segue there, Lucas.
Kansas State at 16, but I actually have Utah at the bottom. They got 10 wins for this entire year.
I think that's what I had. Yeah. Utah.
So Utah at 16, Kansas State at 15, Baylor 14, Arizona State 13, Oklahoma State 12. At 11, I got Colorado. At 10, I've got Cincinnati. At 9, I've got BYU. And then 8, West Virginia. 7, TCU. 6, UCF. And then Kansas at 5, Iowa State at 4, Texas Tech at 3, Houston 2, Arizona at 1.
Here's where I struggle with BYU and really moving them down even further. If you look at the net and all of that, the T rank or the Ken Palm, BYU's still respected. They're 6 and 7 in quad 1. Cincinnati's 2 and 10. Baylor's 3 and 11. West Virginia's 5 and 7. UCF is 4 and 5. They played nobody in the non-con. All their quad 1 games have come in Big 12 play. And then TCU 4 and 6. So are we dogging BYU for a 20-win tougher schedule? I mean, they played 9 total outside of quad 1 and 2. And all 9 of their losses coming from quad 2 or better. TCU has a loss in every quad. They lost a quad 4 game. I think UCF is more appropriate in front of BYU, but West Virginia's an interesting one.
Okay, I got a question for both of you. Taking number 8 and above, regardless of who you got, who below that would be the one team you would not want to face in the Big 12 tournament?
Well, for Lucas's, it would be BYU. Is that what you would say, Lucas? Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, AJ DeBansa, just to have him, Texas Tech specifically, or just anybody? Because I think that's okay,
anybody. Right. Who's capable of getting a little mini run of maybe 1 or 2 games?
I think in a tournament setting, West Virginia is the most dangerous team because they can frustrate you in a single game, and I don't know if they have the most talent out of the bottom half, but I think they could out scheme maybe.
Yeah,
I think
they're
coaching,
well coached. Yeah.
Otherwise, it's Cincinnati.
That's who.
Because
they're just,
those 2 guards
and the 2 big guys,
and Chom and Baba Miller. That's a good roster.
Yeah, I
think maybe they need a new coach.
Yeah.
You maybe going Brower at Cincinnati, because it doesn't compute that Wes Miller's not winning more with that roster.
Yeah,
that seems like a good Big 12 roster.
They beat Kansas 84-68 at Kansas.
Hey, Cincinnati has some good wins.
They beat UCF 92-72.
Iowa State.
Yep. 79-70. I mean, they're capable.
Now read some of their losses there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know.